so if I'm getting this right, Alone was young at this time, so this must be in the past. So I'm wondering how old is Laguna now?
All of the sequences with where you control Laguna are in the past.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just sort of wondering how old is he at this point?
Assuming that he was in his... I'm estimating he was probably in his late 20s back then, so he's probably middle-aged by now.
Probably.
Sorceress Edea!
Yes, we came to see
Alone
Dr.
was
Oda.
maybe 4 or 5 at that point,
Please explain what
then
this is
Squall
regarding.
was probably just a baby.
Yes, of course.
So it's maybe 15,
I want to
16
see Alone.
years in the past.
Where is she?
So Laguna's probably
Hello?
around 40 or 45 at this point.
Squall, calm down. Trust me. Let me handle this.
Oh, well, we can probably still get the ladies at that age anyway.
Please, come with us.
As if that were his only concern. I mean, he there was sort of this, you know, presumably this whole Adele resistance movement, and we have yet to see how that turned out.
Exactly. I mean, we're in the city. We don't know if it's still under control or not.
And this is one of the coolest locations in the game, in my opinion.
It looks a little Tronish.
It is also one of the easiest places for me to get
We'll be
lost.
arriving at the Presidential Palace shortly.
Epic but confusing maze.
I hope Dr. Odine is there.
Yeah, this is the last.
Future car from the flashback.
Yes, well, that was in Esthar as well.
That is the
Or
very
at least
reason
he
I
was
am
using
here.
their technology.
I seek the doctor's help. I wish to be free of Sorceress Ultimisia's control.
That will be easy.
Wasn't it control?
No, Ultimisia is not possessing her anymore, but Edea believes that she can take possession of her
There is
again
nothing
whenever
good
she
I cannot
wants.
do.
I will leave everything in your hands.
So, you want to see Alone?
Where is she? I have to bring Rinoa to her.
Yeah,
We need to see Alone now.
really needs to learn a little bit of, you know, small talk maybe,
So, you will take Odine hostage? You are a fool.
because he's not exactly
I
making
don't
the
care.
people
Just
around
take
him
me
very
to Alone.
Do as he says. I give the permission.
About girls all the time.
Very well.
Just imagine going on a date. Hello, what would you like for dinner?
But under one condition. You must let me observe this girl.
I don't think he'd go on a date with Alone. Alone's more of a sister
Well,
figure to
we
him.
would need time to prepare before we
Not
take you to
actually
Alone.
his sister, but...
So you will leave the girl with us until then?
Well, you can take Alone on a date.
Accept the offer, Squall.
On a dinner trip.
You better not do anything to Rinoa.
Yeah.
So Odine wants to observe
We'll take the
Rinoa,
girl there.
although she is
There's
certainly not
nothing to
doing
worry
anything
about.
interesting right
Just head to the Lunar Gate.
Yeah.
now. In fact, she's
So
not really
someone
doing
better watch him.
anything right now.
Somebody watch Dr. Odine, just for caution.
I don't think he's that kind of guy. I think, in fact, he may be completely oblivious to that sort of stuff. He is all about science.
Well, that's what they all say. It's all for science. And then look at Dr. Who.
Doctor Who?
Oh, Joe.
From 7.
I never saw that.
You never played 7?
No.
Final Fantasy 7?
Oh, wait. You're talking about, like, this guy, R6, that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I do remember that scene. I never played 7 the whole way through, but I did play some of it.
I'm like on disc 1 at this point. It's
Yeah, I got to, like, the middle of disc 2, and I got stuck on something, and then I got bored. I think it had to do with the fact that I was playing the PC version, and I was trying to input some key combination on this keyboard, and it wasn't working.
I kind of prefer the PC version because at least it makes the characters look
prefer the PlayStation version because that's the one I grew up with.
I also, actually, the first time I played this game, FF8, it was the PC version. And the game, of course, I liked, but the software was total crap.
Oh, that was the software back in 1998.
Yeah.
I mean, that I, like, it just crashed so often, and I think one time there was a certain cutscene on disc 2, like the one where Rinoa is just looking out at the sky once the garden has started moving, that would just, like, make my computer crash. No, not make the game crash, just make the game quit. And yeah, I'm glad I have the PlayStation version now. Anyway, you want to go shopping here. These are some good shops. They have good stuff. Okay, I'm buying a few of these because there will be some times when I want to make GFs forget abilities to learn better ones. Like a Pokemon, a GF can only know a certain number of abilities. Beyond that, it can't learn anything unless it forgets something.
Of course.
So you want to check out, you want to visit all of these shops at least once, because some of them will give you gifts, even if they're closed. Not that one, but there's at least one that gives you a gift.
We're closed, but you can have inside him anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense, but that's how they do it.
To get you to come back later.
Okay, so Irvine's weapon can be upgraded here.
Yay!
As can Rinoa's, not that she'll be using it anytime soon.
And you gotta wonder what will Squall do after he gets Rinoa out of this coma. I can just imagine him, like, one day giving a proposal to Rinoa. Rinoa, will you be my bride?
You realize that he's not going to be as angsty once she's, you know, up and out and about again.
She's like, okay. I'm sorry, but I can't help feel like he's acting a little bit like Batman with the screaming and the angsty stuff.
I don't remember quite how I voiced it. We'll have to see.
No, I'm not talking about the animated series. I'm talking about the movie Dark Knight Batman.
No, I'm saying I don't remember quite how I voiced it.
Oh. Well, you were not doing the Batman impersonation, I remember.
Okay, so those magazines that teach you important stuff, you can buy a lot of them here.
Really?
Yep.
Yay, and I'm able to watch me again. Yeah.
Okay, here's a gift.
You get the Rosetta Stone.
Now-
we can translate.
I was very surprised when I got that. That is a very powerful item. That teaches a GF the ability times 4 ability.
The what?
Ability times 4. Which, if you have a GF with that ability junction to a character, then that means you can set 4 different character and party abilities. The normal is 2. There are a lot of GFs that have ability times 3, but ability times 4 is a lot rarer. I'm not using it yet because I don't know what my final setup is going to be. Okay, this is one, I must have missed this magazine somewhere, but this is another move for Zell. That one I think I already had. That is a finishing move for Zell.
A lot of good stuff here.
Yeah, and the Pet Pals, this is all of the Pet Pals magazines, by the way. Once you read a Pet Pals magazine, then you can set Angelo to learn that trick. Of course, Rinoa has to be available as a party member for Angelo.
Oh, look at all the cute puppies.
Exactly.
I'm going to take your dog out for a walk, Rinoa. I'm sorry.
Okay, look at this one, Wishing Star. This is Rinoa's best limit break. And now, as soon as we can get Rinoa back in the party, Angelo can start learning it.
Well, that's the only chance there seems to be back.
Okay, so now I'm looking through the Weapons Monthly magazine. I think I had this one already, but the other ones I didn't.
I don't know. I'm looking at this one. How would that work? Wouldn't that sword, if it's that huge, fall off? But God.
Video game logic, do not question it.
Yeah.
Could be Shark Zuka though, so I shouldn't.
Yeah, so by this point we're starting to get the upper tier weapons here. And of course they require lots of rare stuff. Air kites.
You can just imagine Zell's looking at these stuff like, I want the gloves!
Save the Queen, that is usually the name of some powerful weapon in the game. In FF9 it is the name of Beatrix's sword. And so now I'm showing precisely what the effect is of the Weapons Monthly magazines. And to demonstrate that, I'm going back to the junk shop. Now you can see that although I don't have the items for this stuff, they're listed. Yeah, so the idea is now you know what you need to get, and how many.
The question is how you find all this stuff.
Right, and I will be covering that. Not necessarily for every single model of weapon, but for all of the ultimate weapons, I will be covering it.
Yay!
Very good.
Zoop.
That is the weirdest way to just have to travel. Just sit on it, and fly out.
You'd think they'd want to brake more slowly. That's intense deceleration there.
In real life, people go like us.
Exactly.
But this is video game, so
What an incredible city.
Doesn't apply.
I could just imagine being in an elevator, it's going down, and then it stops suddenly. Bam, you hit the ceiling. Okay, you can rent a car there if you want to, but I don't want to.
It's fun.
Yeah, you have to pay for it, and you have to make sure you have fuel, and also, of course, you don't get experience from fighting stuff.
Just like in real life.
What?
In real life, when you rent a car, you have to pay for it and get fuel.
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about experience points. I was like, what are you... Oh, there is a line in Earthbound. Someone says, they say, you can buy everything except love, friendship, and experience points. Anyway, I am doing one last thing before I end the session. I am making preparations to make sure that a certain monster does not kill me when I venture out into the Esthar continent. Now, when you see what these preparations are, you may be able to guess what that monster is.
But that's for another time.
No, I'm saying you may be able to guess now what that monster is by seeing how I'm preparing. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you have someone with the... Oh yeah, the other thing I'm doing is I'm taking Edea out of the party because, like, now that I've shown her off, it's like, alright, those experience points should go to someone who's actually going to be in the party for the rest of the game.
Which makes sense. Kind of disappointed you don't get to use her a lot.
And I'm like, wait a minute, do I even have the spells I need? Do I have enough of them is the big thing. It's like, okay, between these characters, yes, I should have enough.
That's good.
So what I'm doing is I am junctioning Confuse and Berserk to status defense for the same character. So you have to have someone with status defense times 2. And you have to have 100 Confuses and 100 Berserks junction to the status defense. Which makes them immune to those 2 statuses. Now, can you guess what?
That it uses bad breath or whatever it's called.
Exactly. The Marlboro.
Yeah, that's right.
This setup will make sure that... Oh yeah, another thing, that character who has those defenses really helps if you have that character, if you have the treatment command set to that character. Because then... It's not that they won't have negative statuses affecting them, it's that they will have those statuses, but they'll be able to take commands. Anyway, Thinker 2112 and...
Alright, let's...
AnniexoHoshi?
Over and out. Bye.
Bye.